Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Continuing with the incident of Ka'b ibn Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu, we had reached the point where we mentioned that Ka'b radiallahu ta'ala anhu, after some time, he became frustrated. When he became frustrated, he went to the garden of Abu Talha radiallahu ta'ala anhu, who was his cousin. He jumped over the wall, and thereafter he called to Abu Talha radiallahu ta'ala. He made salam to him, but Abu Talha radiallahu ta'ala didn't even reply to his salam 3 times. And then he told him that, don't you know that I love Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. 3 times he said this. So finally Abu Talha radiallahu ta'ala said, Allahu wa Rasuluhu alam. Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam know best. So he says, Fafadat aynaya, that my eyes started flowing with tears. When his cousin told him Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam know best, his eyes started flowing with tears. وَتَوَلَّيْتُ حَتَّى تَسَوَّرْتُ الْجِدَارِ, I turned away until I climbed onto the wall again. So he was now returning, coming out of the garden. فَبَيْنَ أَنَا أَمْشِي فِي سُوقِ الْمَدِينَةِ إِذْ نَبْتِيٌّ مِّن نَبْتِ أَهْلِ الشَّامِ مِمَّنْ قَدِمَ بِالطَّعَامِ يَبِيعُهُ بِالْمَدِينَةِ يَقُولُ. So whilst I was walking in the marketplace of Medina, certainly a farmer from the farmers of the people of Sham, who had come with food to sell in Madinatul Munawwara, this farmer was saying, مَنْ يَدُلُّ عَلَى كَعْبِ ibn Malik, who will direct me, who will show me Ka'b ibn Malik? فَتَفِقَ النَّاسُ يُشِيرُونَ لَهُ إِلَيَّ. The people started indicating, directing him towards me. حَتَّى جَاءَنِي, until finally this farmer, he came to me. فَدَفَعَ إِلَيَّ كِتَابًا مِّن مَلِكِ غَسَّانِ. He gave me a letter from the king of Ghassan. وَكُنْتُ كَاتِبًا. As Ka'b radiallahu ta'ala says, I was one that was able to read and write. فَقَرَأْتُهُ فَإِذَا فِي. I read the letter, and the contents, what was written in it was, أَمَّا بَعْدْ فَإِنَّهُ قَدْ بَلَغَنَا أَنَّ صَاحِبَكَ قَدْ جَفَاكَ. That verily the news has come to us. The king of Ghassan now is writing that the news has come to us that your companion Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has boycotted you. He has abandoned you. وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْكَ اللَّهُ بِدَارِ هَوَانٍ وَلَا مَدْيَعَةٍ. And Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala has not compelled you to remain in a place where you are humiliated and where your rights are trampled upon. فَأَلْحِقْ بِنَا نُوَاسِكَ. That you join with us, we will assist you, we will help you. فَقُلْتُ حِينَ قَرَأْتُهَا. He says that I said at the time when I read this letter, وَهَذِهِ أَيْضًا مِنَ الْبَلَاءِ. This is another test Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala is putting me through. That a kafir on that side, he is calling me to come and join with him. فَتَيَمَّمْتُ بِهَا التَّنُّورِ فَسَجَرْتُهَا. I intended with it the oven, and I burnt it. He took the letter to the oven and he threw it into the oven and burned the letter. حَتَّى إِذَا مَدَتْ أَرْبَعُونَ مِنَ الْخَمْسِينَ. Until 40 days had passed from the 50 days. 40 days were now completed. وَاسْتَلْبَثَ الْوَحْيُ إِذْ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ يَأْتُونِي. Wahi was delayed when suddenly the messenger of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam now came to me. فقال, he said, إِنَّ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ يَأْمُرُكَ أَن تَعْتَزِلَ إِمْرَأَتَكَ. That verily Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is commanding you that you separate now from your wife. So after 40 days this command came that now even you must separate from your wife. فَقُلْتُ أُطَلِّقُهَا أَمْ مَاذَا أَفْعَلْ. Must I give a talaq, or what must I do? فَقَالَ لَا. He said no. بَلِ اعْتَزَلْهَا فَلَا تَقْرَبَنَّهَا. He said no, just separate from her, don't have any relation with her. وَأَرْسَلَ إِلَى صَاحِبَيَّ مِثْلَ ذَلِكَ. And he sent to my 2 companions similar to this. The same message that was given to me, that I must separate from my wife, the same message was given to my 2 companions as well. فَقُلْتُ لِإِمْرَأَتِي. I told my wife, إِلْحَقِي بِأَهْلِكِ. That you go and join with your family members. فَكُونِي عِنْدَهُمْ حَتَّى يَقْضِيَ اللَّهُ فِي هَذَا الْأَمْرِ. And you remain by them until Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala decides in this matter. فَجَاءَتْ إِمْرَأَةُ هِلَالِ ibn Umayyah رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ فَقَالَتْ لَهُ. The wife of Hilal ibn Umayyah radiyallahu ta'ala came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and she told Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, O Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, inna Hilal ibn Umayyah shaykhun da'iwan laysa lahu khadimun. That Hilal ibn Umayyah is an elderly person. He has nobody to make his khidmat, nobody to take care of him. فَهَلْ تَكْرَهُ أَنْ أَخْدُمَهُ. Will you dislike it? Will you disapprove of it if I make the khidmat of my husband? He's an elderly person. قَالَ لَا. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, no problem. You can make his khidmat. وَلَكِنْ لَا يَقْرَبَنَّكَ. But he must not have any relations with you. فَقَالَتْ. So the wife said, إِنَّهُ وَاللَّهِ مَا بِهِ مِنْ حَرَكَةٍ إِلَى شَيْءٍ. that verily I take a qasam in the name of Allah, he has no inclination towards anything, he has no desire towards intimacy. وَوَاللَّهِ مَا زَالَ يَبْكِي مُنْزُ كَانَ مِنْ أَمْرِهِ مَا كَانَ إِلَى يَوْمِهِ هَذَا. And I take a qasam in the name of Allah that he has been crying since this matter took place until this day. 40 days has passed, and Hazrat Hilal ibn Umayyah radiallahu ta'ala has been crying for 40 days. قال لي بعض أهلي لو استأذنت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في امرأتك فقد أذن لامرأة هلال ibn Umayyah أن تخدمه. So some of my family members said, if only you had taken permission from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in regards to your wife, O Ka'b ibn Malik. For certainly Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had given permission to the wife of Hilal ibn Umayyah radiallahu ta'ala that she makes his khidmat. فَقُلْتُ لَا أَسْتَأْذِنُ بِهَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم. As the Ka'b radiallahu ta'ala said that I will not seek permission from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَمَا يُدْرِينِي مَاذَا يَقُولُ رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وسلم إِذَا اسْتَأْذَنْتُهُ. I don't know what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam will say when I seek permission from him. وَأَنَا رَجُلٌ شَابٌ. I am a young man. فلبثت بذلك 10 ليال فكمل لنا 50 ليلة من حين نهي عن كلامنا. So I remained in this manner for another 10 nights, and 50 nights were now completed from the time that people were prohibited from speaking to us. We'll continue from there.